What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and you absolutely love when you get to laugh at somebody. Just have a little goof, a little gaff at the expense of somebody who's having a complete meltdown for virtue signaling reasons. You know, this individual wasn't actually suffering at all. They're just having a melty because they are emotionally stunted. They are a leftist, liberal, and all they know is rage. And I think the best thing to do with these weirdos is to point and laugh at them. Now, obviously, we know that the ICE raids have begun, and I don't feel bad for these people who are getting deported. You broke the law when you came into this country. You don't belong here. You did not follow the legally prescribed path to become a citizen here. So the bad guys are not the people who are sending you back home. You're the bad guy. I'm sure the media has all sorts of great little stories about, you know, Juanita and her family who had a local business and blah, 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 blah. It sucks, but you should have come in legally then. You should have come into this country legally. We are a nation of laws. That's the way it works. Speaking of the way things work, do you have a VPN yet? Make sure you check out Private Internet Access, the sponsor of today's video, before we get into the story. Shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, if you aren't using a VPN yet, you're completely missing out, and Private Internet Access is the one I use on all of my devices. If you've been following the news, you see that censorship, websites, apps are getting shut down in certain countries, all sorts of craziness. Well, a VPN helps you never have to worry about that. Private Internet Access also protects you from the prying eyes of hackers, internet service providers, and others that can view your personal data. Perhaps also just as importantly, Private Internet Access allows you to access region-restricted content from all over the world. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and more have different library options based on where you're located, and some shows simply cannot be accessed if you're not in the target location. Happens to me all the time. Many sports events also have regional blackouts. Well, VPNs can be a convenient way to make sure you're getting the content that you're paying for. Private Internet Access also allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time, so your entire household with a single subscription. And I've been working with Private Internet Access so long that I have an absolutely massive discount available to my viewers. Link in the description below. Get Private Internet Access today using my link. Save huge, protect your computers, access all the content that you've been paying for, and ensure that your internet is never censored. A furious liberal resident boasted about berating ICE agents during an embarrassing raid at his apartment building where an illegal immigrant who's also accused of hurting her own kids got deported. This is what the funniest thing about this story. Libs raging out is something we can see every day. We see it all the time. But it is absolutely bonkers hilarious when they're trying to rage out over maybe the worst kind of people imaginable. Selena Gomez crying about gangbangers and drug dealers getting deported is hilarious to me. The neighbor, who did not give his name, described how he was awoken at 6:15 by aggressive knocking at the door of his home. Officers said they were searching for someone that goes by a Hispanic name he did not recognize. I told them that they should be ashamed of themselves, that they were breaking up families. What my government was doing was embarrassing, and they're embarrassing this country. And he looked exactly how you thought he would. He looks exactly how you thought he would. By the way, police had been called to the residence multiple times, and when they arrived, they found her children in handcuffs chained to a table near where they slept. That's what he's defending. Where is this soy-infused dork? Where is this guy? I hope I have the actual video of him. Oh, maybe not. Is it up here? Oh my God, where is the video? They did him wrong with this picture. By the way, they also are accused of chaining up their own young sons. That's who the liberals are having a meltdown about. A mom who chains up her own sons. That's what this dork with no chin and dork glasses and a dork face and a weird NPC vibe. He's worried about this woman who chains her kids up. The couple were arrested last year, but Rodriguez was, of course, released back into the community pending trial. Her partner was held without bond. They reportedly told investigators that they chained their children up for only short periods of time in an effort to scare them into not leaving home. It's not clear who the Sunday raid was targeting, and if Rodriguez was among the apprehended. Daily Mail has contacted ICE. Well, you're chaining your kids up. I don't care. Am I supposed to believe that that's just to scare them? That's not what good parents do. That's very weird. The whole thing is very, very, very weird. And it is not something that I'm going to cry about you getting deported for. Doorbell camera footage shows the officers sporting jackets bearing the acronym ICE. I asked them, hey, if you have a warrant, it's for a specific apartment. Are you knocking on everyone's doors? I kind of reiterated some of my concerns, the resident asked. The individual who seems to be in charge threatened to lock me up, asked me if I wanted to be locked up, if that would be more accurate. Other neighbors told how their children were left terrified by the dawn raid. Well, here you go. I don't know if this is the actual interview here or what. Let's see, it's just ICE doing their job? Yep, can't be in the country legally, buddy. It's not ICE's fault. Meanwhile, liberals everywhere are melting down. Here's this guy who ends up getting, as far as I know, he's probably getting fired. He says, man implies he's an illegal immigrant and taunts Trump to come deport him, only to follow up that he's, of course, a legal U.S. citizen after comments started tagging Border Patrol and ICE.
Hi, Daddy Trump, you want to take us the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
Come do this shit then.
He's trying to act fake tough. By the way, nice face tattoos. I wonder if he's got any open cases.
Look what the fuck do your house. Look what the fuck do your streets.
This is one of the hilarious things. How will Americans ever build houses without illegal immigrants? Child, this country has been built by American citizens. It's like when the libs say, well, who's going to pick your berries for your smoothies? The same people that have been picking them up until now.
Come get it, bitch.
Oh, you real tough? You real tough? Oops.
Hey, what's up, TikTok? Quick reminder to everybody in my comment section about the video and everything that is been harassing my family. Sending me messages.
Not so tough now.
I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm legal.
Not so tough, are you? Now, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't legal. It's probably worth finding out. Here's a video of a liberal calling on fellow liberal white women to act like Karens to get into the way and obstruct ICE officials.
All right, white women, circle up. Listen,
white women.
Ladies.
Liberal white women, of course, as I always remind people, the worst thing on the planet by far.
They're coming, all right? They've even started already in some places, and no location is off limits this time around, not even schools or churches. So you know what that means, right?
Yeah. Don't come in this country illegally.
That's right. It's time for us to put our very best Karen skills to good work. Now, I don't want to hear none of y'all hopping into my mentions going, Kendall-y, I don't know how to Karen. Bitch, yes you do. Yes you do. We all do. Let's not pretend
all white women
that
are
skill
Karens?
doesn't come as a part of our default package straight out of the factory.
Maybe liberal
All
white
right?
women.
So here are your marching orders. If you see an ICE official, be that at your job, at your school,
Point out the illegals?
at your church, anywhere in your community, if you see an immigration official, you go full DEFCON Karen immediately. I'm talking pull out all of the stops, whatever you can do to distract that official and waste his time. I'm talking complaints. I'm talking demands to see his superior officer. I'm talking long rambling stories about people he's never met. And
I mean, good luck with that. Here's another white liberal woman saying that she's going to report herself to waste ICE's time. Well, I have bad news. Filing a false police report is actually a crime.
I have a question.
Why do they? Oh, look at the nose piercing too.
Is it a crime for me to report myself to ICE or just waste their time?
Yes, it
or
is.
Is it a crime?
Yes, it's a crime.
To apply for Target and all these other companies that got rid of DEI and just waste their fucking time. Like,
That isn't a crime. You can go ahead and do that. The funny thing is, you're wasting your time. This is a liberal who wanted to punch an... I think we need to break up the ICE. I think we need to break out the ICE merch. I think the Quartering's got to roll out some ICE merch. Here's somebody... I hate it here right now. Just be kind to one another. Also, I want to punch people!
So I went to the grocery store today.
They're all overweight white liberals. Every one of these, by the way. Isn't that a coincidence?
And there was a elderly white man walking around with a ball cap on that said ICE.
Awesome.
And
cool,
let me tell you, it took every fiber of my being not to go over
and commit a crime?
And just
real
knock
tough.
His block off.
Knock his block off. Real tough. You waited till you got home so you could virtue signal to the internet. Looks like a pretty nice house you got there. Stainless steel appliances, beautiful backsplash, nice looking cabinets. Maybe you could house some of these illegals. Maybe you could hire some of them. Maybe you should commit some extra money to creating legal defense funds. Something of those natures. Perhaps? I don't know. Here's another TikTok quote immigration attorney. Says being in the United States illegally is not a crime. Spoiler alert, yes it is.
Undocumented immigrants are not criminals. There is a difference between criminal and civil law. And when you are here without documentation, you are committing a civil violation.
You're a criminal. Don't get your legal advice from TikTok. Come on, libs of TikTok. Are you really watermarking other people's videos? Come on, lady. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.